Hi, this is Matt from Get Hit Knees High. It's my first ever video, so bear with me and excuse my hoarse voice. Tomorrow is the 20th of February and I'm undergoing hip surgery for a cam impingement. That's basically when your femur's too big for your hip joint. So if this was a healthy hip, if this was the top of the hip and this was your femur, it'd slide in like that. But my femur has grown so that there's a lump here, so it keeps banging at the top. So when I do sports, any kind of running or in my case kicking, I get into quite a bit of pain. I'm a very active and sporty person, and it's quite devastating for me, to be honest. It's also not the first time I've had to have this surgery done. I had to do it on the other side a few years ago, and the reason I'm wanting to make this or these videos is because the first time I'd done it I felt quite lost. There's not a lot of information on the internet, didn't really know what was going to happen. I didn't know, like, you know, the doctors tell you all these things, you do these exercises and all that, they'll tell you, but there's no one to actually talk you through it and let you know that it's going to be all right. And that's what I want to offer you, anyone who has the same issue. I've also had ACL replacement on my left knee, so if you have any questions on that, let me know. So basically what I'm going to do with this TikTok account is document basically me going from zero back to hero, and yeah, I hope I can help someone who's struggling with the same issue, and that might help you, yeah, just might calm you down a little bit before your surgery. So maybe I'll start off with one really important thing with any surgery really is you want ice. You want some sort of cool pack you can put in the freezer, or well, multiple actually, and you want to be able to have one cooling every time you're using the other one, because ice is a lifesaver, trust me. Just for the pain, it just takes the sting out of it. Even with all the painkillers, it's nothing's as good as the ice, trust me. Next thing I recommend getting done or making sure you've got before the surgery is a crutch that fits your hand well. It should have like should be nice and ergonomic for your hand, or you can get these like gel pads for the regular crutches that don't have the special shape that fits your hand nicely. So I definitely recommend getting those, because the regular crutches, the hard plastic, it does your hands in. It's not very nice. But the next thing I recommend sorting out before you go in for the surgery is loose fitting underwear, because where they make the incisions, they're only about between my fingernail length and the first joint of my thumb. They're that long, the incisions, but where those incisions are, there'll be little stitches. With tight underwear, it'll rub and it'll be irritating because of the thread, and B, it'll slow down the healing process of the wound because of all the rubbing all the time. So aside from something to cool your hip, and you want this ready at home, trust me on this, you want something at home so you can cool your hip when you come home, and you want to be able to cool your hip, and as you're cooling it, have something else in the freezer ready for when that whatever you're using's warm and you want more frozen stuff to put on your hip. Same for your knee. Any surgery, you want something to be able to ice the joint you've had surgery on. If you don't have an ice pack specifically made for like sports injuries and that, you can also use frozen peas, for example. So aside from the ice, you want loose fitting underwear, and the third most important thing is whatever makes your stay more bearable at the hospital. I don't know about you guys, but I really don't enjoy my time in the hospital. I've spent a fair share of time in hospitals the last 2 years with the hip surgery and the ACL surgery. So yeah, I'd just bring anything that'll make your time and your stay there more bearable. So as I said at the beginning of the video, tomorrow's the big day. Tomorrow I get set back to zero and I get sent on my merry little way back to where I am now. Hopefully minus the hip pain. I did this, as I said, once before. I'm sure I can do it again. And hopefully I can help anyone, even if it's just one person that watches this who's got the same issue. I'll be happy I done it because, as I said, I remember being or feeling very lost at the time, the first time I went through this surgery. So, yeah, and for you guys, this is my first ever TikTok video, first ever time speaking into a camera to myself, to no one, just to my face on a camera. So if you've got any ideas what I could do better or anything really, just make a comment and I'll be sure to read it and try and improve. So I'll get back to you after the surgery tomorrow. Take it easy. See you soon.